All right, Eric Hart, March 21st. Today's number 4 of Fighting for Daily Encouragement. This morning I woke up. My 19-month-old baby, his name's Cannon, he was young, ready to get out of his crib, so I ran up there and got him out, hurried up, fixed him a bottle of milk, let my 5 dogs outside. Got him changed, got him ready, everything like that to go to the babysitter, let my dogs back in, took off, ran to the babysitter's house, no prayer whatsoever, nothing, no preparation in facing today. I want to let you guys know that these videos, this video in particular, is not just for people that are facing hardships, that are suffering, or looking for encouragement. Because everything's not, you're not always going to be at a place in your life where things are hard to handle. A lot of times things are cool and you kind of coast along. Well, that's not what prayer is about. You know, I was talking about the other day how we just trust in Jesus to help us through our issues and stuff like that. Well, that's not what being a Christian is. It's just saying, you know, well, God, I know you're on my side, so just do what you do. I know you got this, or whatever, you know. You've got to stay in an intimate relationship with Him. And when you depend on the Lord for strength, that means that you're going to keep coming back and looking for it. The Lord's Prayer says, give us our daily bread. Well, our daily bread really means that every day we need to seek Him, and that bread is the life. It's your light, your spirit being filled with strength from the Lord and comfort from the Lord. So anyway, a lot of times you can't do anything about your circumstances, but you can pray about it, and praying about it is essentially doing something about it. Matter of fact, it's not just the last thing that you do or the last resort, it's the best thing you can do too. So after having a hectic morning, I noticed I was stressed out. My heart was kind of at a fast pace, and even getting ready to do this video, I wasn't even sure what to give you guys. So I got down and I prayed about it, and this is what's on my heart. This is what's given to me. Now, Wade and I are both trained fighters, so that's where the theme "fighting for encouragement" comes from. But we are fighting. You know, even if you're not struggling, if you feel like everything's okay, well, anything can go wrong at any time. Let's just take. I mean, you ever watch the news, for example, and you see all kinds of crazy things happen. Most of the things that happen to people, especially victims in violent crime and stuff like that, a lot of times they're totally unexpected. These things just happen out of nowhere. Especially if you live in Memphis, then you know what I'm talking about. But the whole world's crazy. Anything can happen. Now, just using the metaphor about self-defense, you can. Hopefully you're the kind of person that's never even thought about being in a fight. But if you're like me, I've been training martial arts for 17 years. I love the art of fighting, the expression of fighting. I love training for fighting. It's just my thing. You know, some people run and some people ride bikes and some people watch TV. But this is what I do. I like to train to fight. So thankfully, I usually stay trained up if I run into a situation where I need help or I need to defend myself. Then I'm always prepared for that. So that's a cool thing. But also, if somebody else, you know, who's being attacked and can't defend themselves, you know, then like family or friends or even just a total stranger, then also I have that training and the ability to help them out. So that's the same thing. That's the same thing we do with prayer. You know, sometimes we're praying for ourselves, but more often we're praying for other people. I mean, we've been so blessed to have so many people praying for us, and it's helped me tremendously at times when I didn't even know what to pray for. So when you don't know what to pray for, just talk to God. I mean, He loves you. He's your Heavenly Father that always cares and always loves you. So you can come to Him with anything, even when you just don't know, and you just pray, God, please, just help me. I can't tell you how many times I've been on the floor on my knees just crying, saying, Jesus, please help. You know, especially lately. But back to the fighting thing. Either you're going to be trained or you're not. So when you get up in the morning, are you going to pray? Are you going to pray and ask God to give you everything you need for the day and to prepare your soul for the day and for the crazy things that might happen, or for the people that might need encouragement? Now, when I went out this morning, I was only gone for like an hour, taking Cannon to the babysitter until the time that I got back. But I ran into 2 people that probably could have used a lot better encouragement than what I was able to give them. Well, that's because I wasn't fueled. I didn't have enough overflowing to give to other people. So I might not have that chance back, you know, and I don't know what they're going to do. So what are you going to do when you run into problems? Are you going to be prepared for that fight? And if you're not, what are you going to do after it happens? Are you going to get on Facebook and say, you know, FML, I hate my life, man, I ran out of gas, or whatever, you know? I mean, it can be, actually, that's a perfect metaphor. I mean, you ran out of gas. and spiritually, you run out of gas. Even when you know that you're running on low and that you're on E, and you don't fill up, you know, I mean, you run out, and the devil can attack at any time, even though the word says that all things work together for good for those who believe and those who love the Lord and that are called according to his purpose. Still, the devil will try to use every one of those things that work together for good. He will try to use all of those things for evil and to tear you down and rip you apart and rip your family apart, and maybe your marriage, or maybe the relationship between you and your kid, or maybe your job, or whatever it is. The devil prowls around like a roaring lion looking for somebody to devour. So, boy, that's scary. It's scary, but God's there, and all he wants is for you to ask him to help. Now, I've been in way more street fights than I'm proud of. You know, I've been in a lot of places that I shouldn't have been, with a lot of people that I shouldn't have been with, and ran into a lot of people that shouldn't have run into me or whatever. But you know, it's it can happen. You know, I mean, I've been tried and tested in that way, but spiritually, I felt like I had been tried and tested in just about every way imaginable. But man, you know, when things really came crumbling down, it was a fight. It was a fight to get from 1 minute to the next. You know, in my soul, in my spirit, even as much as I believe, when things happen to you, it's easy to get afraid and to lose heart and to lose faith. And that's exactly what'll happen if you're not totally dependent on the Lord. And I really have faced times where I'm literally fighting for my life out here, you know. And even if that's not your situation, if it is your situation, then God will carry you through it. You know, I promise he will. But if it's not your situation, then maybe you have a friend that is in that situation. Well, you want to have something to be able to give to them. So anyway, basically, I just want to encourage you guys, stay prayed up, stay ready. You never know what's going to happen out there. So I love you guys, and my prayer is that y'all would come to the Lord with your needs and just talk to him about where you're at and what you want him to do with your life. And I hope what you want him to do with your life is to mold you into the person that can be most effective in every situation for his glory and for his good and for the good of your brothers and sisters, you know. And what I mean by brothers and sisters is everybody you come in contact with. So anyway, love you guys. See you tomorrow.